Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Hola, Doza, it's Raul. It's been a while since we last talked. I hope your afterlife is in peace, my friend. I was devastated when I heard about your death essay, but I see why you did it. A lot has happened since you left us. I guess I could tell you everything, update you on things, although you're probably looking after us from the above, you know. Anyhow, I don't even know where to start from. I guess I can start from the beginning. Right after you sacrificed yourself to give us more time to deal with the shit that was going on with the council, I was still in Mexico and I was not around. So Salvador was dealing with all the, bullshit. And Salvador, there was peace for maybe like a week. So we got what you died for. But the end result was not what you wanted for us. After that week, this shit hit the fan even harder than before, and the familia was under an attack again. It was more than a hunt, not even an attack. Constant like hunting around the barrio and wherever we were seen. The families in the barrio did not leave their houses and lock their doors, being afraid of their own and their kids' safety. We could not protect them. We decided to go low. Go into hiding. There's nothing much we can do. We had to remove ourselves from the map, and that's what we did. Not everyone agreed, but still we did it. Some that did not agree decided to deal with the situations in their own ways and started to target the council, mainly like Los Zetas members. Like Carlos Rodriguez was the most notorious one and got hands on many high-ranked members, even Jay Gamble himself. It went for a while. During that time, Salvador's son Juandro had to flee Mexico and come to Los Santos. In some way, I think that was a sign, a hand sent by you. Seemed like because of the impact of hits from Carlos and Juandro's presence gave us the second chance to talk with the council. Luckily this time I was around. We had our talks and squashed the differences. We agreed on attacks and showed respect to each other. You would be surprised, but whatever the first impression was, Jay Gamble actually seems like a reasonable guy. He's like a lion, you know? Like cute and fluffy when chill, but don't piss him off. So yeah, from that point on, we were kinda good. We were back on the map, wearing our colors, no hiding, driving our cars, and doing what we did before, you know. What happened next, I see, was you taking back what you sent us. There was a new group in town, called West Coast Assassins, and Juandro, being a loudmouth, got on the wrong side of them, which led to a fatal mistake for him. When the VCA wanted to teach him a lesson, he decided to turn to the help to Policia, and they did not like it. So it hit back on the whole familia. We had some run-ins with them, and after that I reached out and had a meeting with them where they explained me their reasoning. I was not aware of what Hundred did, and I totally fucking agree with their point of view. And it did not it did not sit straight with me either. So I agreed to VCA's terms of neutrality. It sounded reasonable what they asked for. Handro had to leave the city and never come back. Easiest way would be to send him back to Mexico, but that's where he ran from, so it was not an option. So I needed a little bit time. It took me a few days to figure out what to do with him and arrange everything. We got a meeting where I told Juandro that if he would not be El Patron's son, he would probably be 6 feet under the ground by now, and I might have asked for it, or you might have heard what I said. As we were about to take Juandro to the ship to send him to Cuba, West Coast Assassins fucking decided to take the matters in their own hands and rolled up on us and killed Juandro. I guess they picked up only the killing side of the name Assassin, and the professional and patient side of the word did not fucking stick. Although it made me angry, they kept their word, and with Handro being gone, we were neutral with each other. So yet again, we were good for some time. But Los Santos, you know how life is in Los Santos. It fucking never stops. New groups and come and go all the time. We had these Latin kings rolling into the town, and they approached us, and we had a mutual understanding the Latino community should stick together. But whatever happened there with them, I don't know, they were gone in less than a month. You know, our vision of Novos Los Aztecas, it was never to beef with others, and we kept it real. We were cool with everyone and did our own shit. That's why when a war came out between the council and the wanted, we did not take no sides and did not involve ourselves in. It was not our beef, you know. Like, we learned from the mistakes and tried to keep that war as far as possible from our barrio. I believe that war was already like over when we received a distress call from one of our vatos that one of our mamacitas is being held at the gunpoint in our barrio. That was no bueno to us, and we were there like in no time. Chased these fucking gringos to a place called Benny's where they had like more people. At that time we did not know who they were. We attacked them people and whoever they ran to. That was when our conflict with Vory started. We had our reasons and they had theirs. After some time of exchanging blows, I reached out to the leader of Vory to talk about the conflict. My point to them was that this issue that we have like does nothing, you know, like it doesn't bring no benefit to none of the groups, and that we should just, you know, like stop daring right now and return to whatever everyone wants to do. They technically refused our peace offer to walk away as they asked for compensation, to which we were not fine with. From their perspective, we attacked them first, as it turned out that the two that held our mamacita were just friends and they refused to accept the fact that those friends are the ones to blame for this conflict, which makes the conflict even more useless. Of course, we refused to pay, so the conflict stayed. You know, sometimes it seems like there are more people like Salvador than me and USA. They think with their emotions, not their brains, and take my attempt to diplomacy as a weakness, as if we cannot fight, and it is all Hail Mary attempt to get peace. Ironically, they were the ones hiding behind the friends in Los Zetas. If you would only know how many times they fucking tried to hide at the Zeta store. We had to even talk about it like with Jay. It was not all bad though, as during this war we met friends with who we had common enemy, the Vory. First group we met was Misfits, and after that we met like a Ballas gang, you know, like the purple ones. We all joined our hands to deal with our common enemy. The Vory, being outnumbered, went and asked for help to the already mentioned, you know, like West Coast assassins. I do not really know like their motivation to join the war, but they did. So it was us, the Misfits, and the Ballas gang against the Vory and the VCA. It was bloody, and it was stupid at the same time, as all we gained from that was a body count, nothing else. We could have ended it right there and at that meeting, but Vory decided that they will come out this war only with a win, you know. Sadly to them, they fucked up and angered Los Zetas, which led all of them being killed. I mean, maybe like someone survived, but like as an organization, they were dead. You would think that the war would be over with them gone, right? Nah, that's where you're wrong. Some inner bullshit started between Ballas and Misfits, which eventually destroyed the group that we all three had. I don't know no details. All I know is that everyone fucked off before we ended this war and it became one-on-one, us versus like VCA. Although I had like information that like VCA joined the war because their friends asked to and had like no personal beef, that felt like has changed. As now it feels very personal. Why else you would continue this bloodshed? They literally stepped into the same shoes that Vory were, and in talks to stop the war, they asked for compensation. Either they stupid or they compensating for something. I mean, that would like explain the constant fucking flexing with big guns and fast cars, you know? When it comes to like VCA, I have no respect for them, and how could I? When they blamed Juandro for asking for Policia's help and then assassinated him for it, but now these fucking pussies are calling Policia every time they can. I guess it's ironic that what they blame us for is what they are doing themselves. Right now we are not even like thinking to back down. If they wanna fight, like we will fight. They can come with all their fucking heavies, we'll gladly take them on. We need to fix our image in criminal world though, because we are not as flashy and flexy as them gringos, so others don't know like how fake they are. I bet most of the people are thinking that we are being clapped every time, like when it's other way around. Not always, but like mostly. You win some, you lose some. So yeah, my friend, that's about everything of what has happened. I love you, brother, and think about you every day, about what you did, what you tried to do, and your sacrifice. I'm trying to make sure that your death is not in vain. I'm leaving a bottle of tequila at your grave so you don't run out, you know. Love you, vato. Hasta la muerte, Doza.